There we go. We are live.
Yeah, good stuff. How the devil are you, Mr. Jones?
Oh, I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Busy.
Yes. Yeah. Keeping things going. Keeping things ticking over, you know?
Exactly. Keeping the lights on.
Welcome
everybody.
Yeah.
What's on the menu today, Mr. Jones?
Well, it's Black History Month. We are prompt with Black History Month, it being the 1st of October and all. So we got this session. We'd also be running this session later on in the month as well. Not that you guys need to know that because you've come along today. But we've got 2 activities to do with Black History, Black Culture, and Black History Month as an event in itself.
Let's go. I think that these are 2 of the more creative ones that we've done in ages, actually.
Well, then he's talking it up, guys. He's talking it up.
I mean, I must say that I would say that the first challenge. Well, let's get them up on screen.
All right,
let's get them up on screen. The first challenge is an absolute masterstroke.
Do you want to talk about the rules first so we can get that off the screen?
Well, all right then.
Go ahead and pause if you want.
I'll do him. Leave him to me.
Go.
Pause if you want, because if we're going too fast, just pause and then you can catch up and it's fine and we won't get offended and then you can carry on and you'll be in your flow and it'll be amazing. But also we'll be going back and forth. So don't do it too early because then you might just be like, well, they're just doing it again. So that's fine. That's the first one. Second one, claim certificate. It's already in the folder. If you're a teacher on this call, then you'll be getting an email from me around about 4 o'clock saying, hey, well done for coming. Come and go get your certificate. That's great. And if you aren't signed up for this session, then you won't be getting that email. So make sure you are by following the link on screen. Register here, bit.ly/Adobe leaders. And then rule number 3, and a pizza party. This is our new thing. If you do, we're going to be setting creative challenges through the year. I'm about to send out an email to all of you lovely people. But if you do some of our creative challenges with, we're saying sort of year 3 to 6 or over kind of 100 people in your school, then you can earn Pets Win prizes, pizza parties. If you do 3 of those challenges with a big chunk of people in your school, we will send out free pizza or kebabs, I guess.
Oof, now we're talking.
Bit heavy for a lunchtime menu.
A gyros party. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Right, go on then. Let's see your masterpiece on the screen. What are we doing for Black History Month, please, Mr. Jones?
Okie dokie. Radio. So
that's not the one. That's not the one.
That's Adobe Express, guys. That's what we're going to be using today. But as you can see, on another tab next door to Adobe Express, I've opened up the challenge page, which is scrolling along the bottom of the screen right there. And it'll bring you here. Now, also, you've got the link there at the top. So you can type in bit.ly/expressbhm. And then if you've got a device with a camera, you could just be scanning that QR code right now. And that'll bring you to this exact page where we've got our challenges and some information. Whilst we're on that, let's just say hello. We've got Westwood Community Primary, year 4 to 5. Yeah. Good afternoon, Dom and Meredith. Good afternoon, Pranda.
I'm going to do the next one. I'm going to do this one.
Go on then.
Hello, Pranda from, that's English from, it's not a Welsh word.
Yeah.
Ysgol Sunadon.
Sunadon. Do you know what Sunadon means?
Sunadon. Okay, Sunadon. I nearly got it. I thought I was going to get it. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, Craigadon.
Yes.
And Sunadon.
Yes.
Is it of the river?
Of the waves. Yeah, so soon is just the sound. So it's the school is called Sound of the Waves, which must mean that they are near the coast, I'd imagine. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Craigadon is a cliff, so there must be a big cliff looking over the waves in Craigadon. Is that right?
Yes, there is.
There we go.
It's Colwyn Bay.
There we go.
Love a bit of Colwyn Bay. Sunadon, Colwyn Bay. Love a bit of Colwyn Bay.
Lovely. Right. Challenge one. We are going to learn how to make a kente cloth using design assets and repeating patterns. So in Ghana, which is in kind of Western Africa, They are well known for making kente cloths, but the kente patterns have been kind of taken on as a sign and a symbol of Black history and Black pride. So we are going to be learning how to make a simple kind of weaving pattern with repeating patterns in our first challenge today. And then in our
I'm
second
looking forward
challenge,
to this one. Can I just say, I'm looking forward to that one immensely.
oh gosh, well, no pressure then, Jones. Right on. And then we got and then we've got our second challenge. We are going to be making an infographic about the richest man that ever lived. That's ever lived.
He can't be richer than you.
Trainer, Dominic Trainer.
You're just the richest man in Carmarthen.
Yeah, no, I'm not even the richest man in his house. We're going to be making an infographic about Mansa Musa. We're going to be learning a little bit about his very interesting history and making an infographic along the way. Right, let's jump in then, guys. So over on Adobe Express. Now then, I do enjoy these colored tiles to start off a project, but for our kente cloth, we are going to need a square canvas. So on the top left-hand corner of your homepage, click on the big plus icon in the blue circle, and you'll see there under standard sizes that it says 1:1 square. So I'm going to open up a square project. And the first thing I'm going to do before passing over to Dom is we're going to set the page background color to one of the Black History Month colors. So Black History Month always uses these 4 colors: black, yellow, red, and green. Okay, so we're going to be using these colors or these shades of these colors for our kente cloth. So choose one of those colors as your background. Doesn't matter which one. So to do that, I'm going to click on background color at the top. Okay, and then you've obviously got black is there straight away in that first kind of set of 3 colors: black, white, and transparent. But then those recommended ones are no good. So I'm going to click on more colors at the bottom of the color panel, and that's going to open up this wonderful color palette. And then I'm just going to choose one of those 3 colors. So I'm going to go for green. So I think I'll go with this shade of green here. There we go. I've set my background color. Let's just jump over to the iPad to get us started as well. So Dom, here is your iPad on screen.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay, right. Gonna go to the plus on the left-hand side. Give it a tap. Gonna go to square. Boom, in there. I'm gonna get rid of the sort of pop-up box on the left there with all of those fancy-looking things. Get rid of it. I'm also gonna rename it. Oh no, Mr. Jones.
Of course you are. Of course, I will do that later on. Yes.
That's what he says. But he never does. Kent cloth. And then that's all good. And then background color. I mean, can I go for any of those?
Yeah, definitely. Black, yeah. I mean,
and maybe I'll go for the black actually.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Easy. Okay.
Because then the other colors will all stand out really well, won't they?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Okay. So next we're going to use some simple shapes. And without overthinking it, we're going to just create some interesting patterns. So I'm going to go to elements on the left-hand side. Elements. And up at the top, I'm going to scroll over to the right to shapes. Okay. So under shapes, let's just make this first one really simple. So I'm just going to add a square. So if I scroll down to rectangle and then click on one of those, it's going to just give me a colored square. So I'm going to set the color to one of my Black History Month colors. So I've already used green. So maybe I'll use black this time. Oh, I've just changed the background color because I've forgotten how to use Adobe
disaster.
Express. Yeah, so
disaster.
I can undo that by clicking on the undo button. That's why I did that, made that little mistake, just to show you the undo button. So with the shape selected, over on the left-hand side, we choose the fill color. So here I'll choose that. There we go. Great. So what do we want to do here? Well, don't overthink it, okay? Just duplicate it and then use the pink guidelines to maybe help you pop your shapes wherever you'd like, and then try and think about some kinds of lines of symmetry, perhaps. But again, don't overthink it. I've just got 3 black squares on a green background there. And now I'm just going to use one more shape. So if I used a square, so I'll use a different shape this time. Maybe I'll just use a triangle. Okay, so I'll go back into elements and I'm going to scroll down and you'll find a section called triangles. And I'm going to grab this triangle here. There we go. And what do I want to do with this triangle? Well, I want to change the color. So I may as well grab one of the other colors. Maybe I'll go for a yellow this time. There we go. What do I want to do with this? I want to just pop it somewhere that makes sense. So maybe I'm going to rotate it, pop it into this top right-hand corner. If I want to, maybe I can increase the size if I want. Yeah, why not? And then I'm going to duplicate that and I'm going to spin it around and maybe pop that in the bottom corner. So we've got some kind of symmetry going on, but you don't need to be too stressed about getting things, perfectly mirrored. Just kind of think about, if you're adding something in one place, do you want to kind of match it somewhere else on your tile? And that, for me, that tile is actually, I think, is done. We don't need to be too complicated. That's fine. Let's have a look at Dom's screen and see how you're getting on, Dominic.
Right. Okie dokie. Right. So I'm going to go over to elements on the left-hand side. I'm going to scroll through to shapes. And then let me think. Ooh, I could go crazy. I could do like a circle. Oh, it's got in there. Look at that. Love that.
Yeah.
And then I might pop that over there. I mean, I could actually make it touch the top and the sides. Why not?
Yeah, cool.
And then I'll change the fill. Maybe I'll go for just kind of deep orange. And then I can duplicate. And then I'll pop one down in the bottom like that. And then maybe I'll duplicate. And I'll pop one right in the middle. So I'm waiting for I've got horizontally is good, vertically is good. Nice. But what I also might do is like stretch it up so it's a little bit bigger than the other ones. Why not?
Cool. Yeah.
And then I'm going to go and look for another shape. Where am I going with this? I need to find it where it's going to go. There we go. That was the middle, just there. There we go. Cool. And then I'll stay on this one. And then maybe I'll go down to triangles too. And then I'll go to view all. And then I'll go for this triangle with the rounded corners. Do you know what that's called, Meredith?
A trickle? No,
It's called a tricle.
Tricle.
It's called a tricle.
It's not. You're making this stuff up. He's making it up, guys.
Make it up. Yeah, I'm making it up, totally. I'm going to go for a right angle triangle instead because I want it to nestle. That's what I want. I want it to nestle. So I'm going to spin it 90 degrees, pop it in there, nestle it. Love a nestle. And then bring it down, just like that. That's nice.
That's cool.
Change the fill color. Let's go for a Kenty green. Yeah, looking good, Ladybug.
Nice.
And duplicate. For another one. Now I'm gonna have to spin it 90 degrees. This isn't a math lesson, guys, but hey, we get all the knowledge when we can. And then we go there. That's looking good.
That's brilliant. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, happy with that. Thanks for the inspo.
Cool. Right, let's move on. So now we're going to make a new slide, a new tile. Now, with this tile, you obviously want to choose different colors. So I've got green as my background color on my first tile. So I definitely don't want to have green as my background color on the next tile. So to add a new tile, in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see the Add button. I'm going to click on that, and then we just want a new page in the same size. So it's that first option, new page, same size. And it's just going to give us a blank piece of paper in that square canvas size. Right, so I had a green background last time. So this time I'm going to go for a red background. Okay, and it's totally up to you what colors you go for here. You could use the Black History Month colors, or you could choose your own colors. There's a lot of Kenty cloths that don't use those usual colors as well. So you do what you think looks cool. Right. Now then, the last one was very symmetrical. So this one, and maybe I'm going to kind of try and break stuff up a little bit here. I did have fun with a triangle. So I tell you what, I'm going to grab a triangle again. Yeah, and it's given me that yellow color. And do you know what? I think that's great. I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, those
And
look great.
I'm going to use the pink guidelines to pop that exactly in the middle of my page. And now, do you know what? I'm going to just kind of repeat them, duplicate, and there we go. I'm just going to pop them side by side. And it gives you this kind of sawtooth pattern, which is a common pattern in Kenti cloths. So you
That
do
is
see
very cool.
You do see this kind of pattern very often, and that's all it is. It's a row of triangles overlapping. That's all it is. So there's my first kind of row of triangles. So now I might duplicate that last one. Okay, and I'm going to change the color of this one to another one of the Kenti cloth colors. So maybe I'll go for greens. Just this green I think I liked. And now you could just kind of overlap your sawtooth pattern with another set of triangles. And it just makes these really cool zigzag patterns. And again, do you see these pink guidelines? They're just helping me out. They're kind of clicking the triangles into place, helping me to get everything lined up nice and neatly. Cool. That's really great. Now then, at the bottom, let's just get some other shapes in there. Maybe I'll just grab a rectangle this time. So I'm just going to grab a rectangle. Up a days. I didn't want that one. I'm going to go back in view all. I just want a plain. There we go. This one. This is just a plain rectangle. And what color haven't I used? I haven't used black on this tile. So let's change this to black. Here we go. And I'm just going to pop it there. And again, I'm going to duplicate. This time, maybe I'll pop that down low. So not everything has to fit perfectly. As long as you're just kind of using those guidelines and being consistent, it doesn't matter that things don't fit in perfectly. There we go.
That's really
That's
cool.
really random, but when you look at it, it looks cool. Right. The final thing I'm going to do before I pass over to Dom is I want some kind of stripes as well. So for a stripe, do you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this rectangle. Bring it up because there's this red patch at the top is really big. So I'm just going to fill this across. I could just leave it like that. I mean, even that's cool. But I think I'm going to just bring the thickness of that stripe down, duplicate it, maybe put two of them pretty close together. Maybe have one of them breaking up this green on that sawtooth. There we go. I'm done. Right. Back over to you. Oh, stop it, you. Back over to you, Mr. Trader.
Yeah, this is right in your wheelhouse, this. Right. Add in the top left. Love it. And then same size. Okay. Background color. I'm going to go with a green background color. So go to more colors. Go down here to a sort of a darkish green. Yeah, nice. I love what he was doing there. So I think I'm going to do something similar. I was having a look at all sorts of stuff and I liked it. What am I going to get there? Ooh. So lots of things that you can start looking at. Let's go for, not for a parrot. Let's go for a triangle. Here we go. Okay, right. Yes, basic triangle. That's good. Maybe make it a bit bigger. Right. Okay. So fill color. I'm going to go for the red, I think. Yeah, nice. Right. So if I kind of, you see it's the pink line is telling me that's centered. Cool. That's a good place to start, I think. Duplicate, move it over, centered. Now, when I duplicate and move it over again, I'm hoping, yeah, around about there is good. I was hoping it was going to give me a line actually saying, there we go. Well, actually, that's not even the right one. Let's move it over. It's about there. Duplicate. So I'm just going to duplicate all of these across. Duplicate. Making life easy for us, which is nice. Out there. And then one more. And then, if I'm not mistaken, what Mr. Jones did was Well, I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can do this. I can select. Maybe I'll select one, and then go to the three dots. Select multiple. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that got all of them? Let me see. No. No is the answer.
No.
No. No. No, that one. Is that all of them? Group. They got all of them now? Oh. Tap. They got 2 of them. One group. Oh, just go back. Stop trying to be a fancy pants. Right, maybe I'll just ungroup them. And then I'll select one, duplicate that. Let's change the color on it. Change the fill to maybe the yellow that Mr. Jones was doing before. Maybe like a darker yellow. Yeah, maybe that one is fine. And then I can pop these in another position and then just go through the same process there again. There we go.
I like that the kind of troughs between some of your triangles are actually different. I think it's really cool.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones.
I do. I think it's cool.
Right, let's get that one and then move that there. Okay, cool. That's nice. Really cool.
Yeah,
yeah. And then I mean, I think maybe you should show them something new because I'm only going to repeat sort of something similar to you. I think.
Yeah.
So maybe go on and do something new.
Okay.
While I mess around and have loads of fun.
Right. Well, once you've got your 2 tiles ready to go, okay. So I've got my 2 tiles. So you can see there's my first tile. Remember, that's the first one I made. Really simple. Just a couple of 3 squares and 2 triangles. And then this one then was a little bit more complicated, but you know, it was pretty easy to make. So I'm going to save this as Ken. What did you save yours as?
Kenta cloth.
Kenta cloth. I'll do the same. Kenta cloth. Okay. Right. Now then, it's time for us.
You know what? Sorry to interrupt, but if you go into design assets and just select all shapes, honestly, it's an absolute feast for the eyes.
Is there?
Yeah.
Do you want to show us?
Oh, yeah. Go on. Why not?
Go on then. Let's have a look.
I don't even know what this is.
Ooh.
What is it? I don't know. A teardrop.
Is it a call out? Is it a speech bubble?
I don't know, but it's like amazing.
Yeah.
And then, I'm just going to pop some of these in.
It fits between that triangle. Really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can do that and sort of pop it in there or something.
Makes a really interesting shape.
Yeah.
They'd look pretty cool overlap as well, wouldn't they, I think?
Yeah.
Then you'd have like a wavy line on the top.
Oh, Mr. Jones has all the best ideas.
Oh, that's cool, man. So you got your zigzaggy line, then that makes a wavy line, but then in between them is a really cool shape.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I'm going to do something on the bottom now. Yeah, this is great. Go on, Mr. Jones.
Right, okay.
Keep giving us your wisdom.
Right, so it's time. Once you got your 2 tiles, it's time for us to actually, well, I think the word is to tessellate them, to lay them out in a pattern.
Sorry, say again?
We're gonna tessellate them, and I think is the word.
I'll tessellate you if you're not careful.
No, then. So the easiest way to do this is to actually start a new project on Express. Okay, this is the easiest way to do this. So I'm going to click, once you've got your 2 tiles ready, okay, I've got my 2 tiles ready. Now, we're just going to do 2 tiles on today's session because, you know, time is a thing. But you could always use 4 different tiles and then tessellate those. But we're just going to work with 2 for today. So once you've got your 2 tiles ready, I'm going to go back out and I'm going to click on the Express icon, top left. Okay, and now we're going to basically set up a new project in exactly the same way. Set up a new project in exactly the same way. So I'm going to click on the plus and I'm going to go to a standard size square. And you must be thinking, why is he doing this? Why is he
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that right now.
Yeah. So this is the reason. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on your stuff on the left-hand side. Okay. And the first file that it shows there will be the Kenti cloth that you've just been making. Okay. So your stuff, Kenti cloth, click on it. Now, when you click on it, it'll show you your 2 tiles. There they are there, my lovely tiles. Lovely. And then it's going to ask you what you want to do. Do you want to add them as pages? No, there's no point doing that. We don't want to add them as pages because we've already got them as pages in the other project. I want to add these as images in this project. Now, by doing that, what's great about that is that they've kind of been grouped together in a way where I can just kind of move it around and it doesn't mess up my design. So what you want to do now is you want to grab the first one and fill up the top left-hand quarter. So you see, if you drag, the pink line is going to tell you when you're halfway across. There we go. And then the next one, I'm going to pop next door to it and fill the top right-hand quarter. There we go. And next, I'm going to duplicate the first one. So click on it, 3 dots, duplicate. And I'm going to bring it down to the bottom right. And then the other one, 3 dots, duplicate, and you bring that down to the bottom left, like that. So now we've got our kind of 4-up tessellation of our Kenti cloth. Okay. So I'm going to call this Kenti cloth times 4. Okay. So Kenti cloth x4. Right. So you could leave that there, but if we want to go one step further with it, what we want to do is go back to our original project and bring this in from your stuff and tessellate it again.
Whoa, hang on a minute. You're using tessellating a lot for me at the moment.
So we made our Kenti cloth project with our 2 tiles. Yeah, we got our 2 tiles on the Kenti cloth project. So then we opened up a brand new project so that we could bring them in from your stuff and set them out like this. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to click back on the Express icon. And I want to jump into my Kenti cloth project, the first one where I made my tiles. Okay, so remember these, guys? Remember these? I've got my first tile. I've got my second tile. So now what I'm going to do is add my final empty page in. Here it is. And now I can bring in my Kenti cloth times 4 tessellated Kenti cloth as an image. And this is the kind of magic. This is the magic bit, because now I'm going to duplicate this and fill up my cloth.
What? Look at this.
And there we go.
MJ's done it again.
How cool is that?
Sweet. So cool. That's great. Hey, do you know what?
Let's have a look at yours then. Yeah.
Do you know what? I think I might have unlocked something here.
Oh, they look
There's
great.
my first one. Right,
Yeah.
there's my first one. There's my second one. Right.
Yeah.
And what you did was you then opened up a new project. Is that right?
Yeah. Bring those in. Yeah.
Bring those in. Right. Okay. Now, watch this. I've got my 2 pages here. 1, 2. I don't need to do that again. I've done that 4 times now. I can press the add at the top right. And then I'm going to duplicate.
Right. Yes.
And then I'm going to go to theme.
Oh, hello. Oh.
And then, so just change the theme. And then I'm going to go to this one.
Yes.
Press add. Duplicate.
Yes.
Go to theme.
Oh,
I'm going Kenty mad.
now we're farming.
I mean, maybe they're not 100% traditional colours, but I think that's okay.
They're 100% cool.
So now, I'm going to go back to the home screen, and if I'm right, I'm going to press the plus. I'm going to go to square. This is interesting. So if they're on different pages, yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. It keeps on doing that on my iPad at the moment. Being a little bit silly. Come on, everybody. Sometimes I just need to come out and load it up again. Maybe I'll just get rid of that for now and boot it up again. Okay. I think it was just getting overwhelmed by my creativity, you know.
It was. It couldn't process how cool your design was.
It couldn't, could it? That's what I thought. I can't believe you thought the same thing. Right, press the plus. Go into square. Come on. You can do it. There you go, Pat. Right. And then I'm going to go into your stuff. And then I'm going to go into this one. So the interesting thing here is I can select all four.
Yeah, as images.
As images. Oh. Hello.
Right then, here we go.
Here we go. Right, let's just zoom in ever so slightly. So I'm going to pop this one so it fits the corner there. Pop this one down. There we go. That's roughly right, I think. Get this one. Shazam it up into the corner there. And then Shazam it down there. I feel like I've maybe gone past halfway. I can't quite work it out. And then get this one. Shazam it in there. Actually, I think they should be the other way around, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Let's grab that one. I wonder if there's a better way for me to work out whether it's actually halfway or not.
If you make sure that the corner is right in the corner of the canvas and then come towards the middle of the canvas, that should usually help you.
Yeah, I know that's what I thought as well.
Pink lines should
maybe
should snap.
That snaps. And then this one here.
Oh man, that's cool.
It's nice, isn't it? This is a great one. Good. Do you know what? Mr. Jones is doing a lot of good work on these live lessons recently.
Right, so now you want to name that.
I'm enjoying myself.
You want to name that Kenty Cloth X4.
Yeah.
And then go back to your original project and bring this in and put it into 4 quarters.
What?
Yeah.
I have my mind.
This is where
I've done that one. I've renamed it. What am I doing now?
Right, so pop back to the home screen.
Yes.
And open up your original, your original Kenty Cloth project, and then add an empty page at the end of the project. So add, and then same size. Right, and this time you're going to go into your stuff and you're going to bring in the newest one there, the X4. There we go. Add that as an image, and now you want to tessellate this 4 times. So pop it into there we go. Oh, there it is. Duplicate, and
this is madness. This is the most. I think this is the most creative I've ever been. Duplicate. And then duplicate.
And because
honestly,
you got 4 different ones, what would be fun for you to do is to try and do flip vertical, flip horizontals to see if you can make.
I did think about doing that actually. I thought I might upset you if I did that though.
No, you're not going to upset me because you know the one with the kind of black and pink. Yeah, the one with the black and pink. You kind of want those in each corner of your canvas, did you? Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't know, or not. Or you're making a red cross in the middle. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Nah, that is. I mean, I'm going to retire now. There's nothing I can do now. There's nothing I can do that's better than that. That is magic.
That's really good. Well done. That's awesome. I love that.
Oh, what a challenge this is. I think this is the best challenge of 2024. It is. It's the best challenge of 2024 by an absolute country mile.
I tell you what, this is an excellent chance for us to say our usual shout out of, if you're posting anything online, we'd love to see these. Okay, so if you
imagine seeing these.
Yeah, so if you're working on these, teachers, and you're thinking of taking some photos of the designs that your class are making and posting them online for your school community to see, we would love to see them. So when you're posting them online, just tag us in as well, at Adobe for Edu, at Dom Trainer, at Meredith J. I'd love to see some posts with these in. They are so fun.
Yeah, this has been radical. I've absolutely loved this one.
Radical.
It's amazing. It's better than Owain Glyndŵr Day. I'm sorry. I know that's a Welsh speaking of culture there.
Oh,
this is a
calm down.
All right. I'll wind it back in. Right then. How do we share?
Brilliant. Well,
how do we download?
Yeah. Well, we're on your screen. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So the download button's at the top. There's kind of whoop and the arrow, and you can see it just here. There you go. Download, selected page. That's good. You can choose your file format. Best for printing PDF. If you're going to print them off, that would be cool. I'm going to print mine off because, quite frankly, it's the best thing I've ever done. And then also you can press share, and you can invite people to collaborate. But nobody's touching mine. I ain't going to collaborate with no one.
No.
And then you can do a view only link, which is cool. 1 of 5, page 1 of 5. Look at that. 3, 4. You can see all my creativity, all my masterpieces in one.
Yeah, that's what's cool about that. When you share this, anybody who clicks on it, they'll see all of your individual tiles first, and then they'll just see, bam, your masterpiece at the end. It's really cool.
Bam.
Bam. Kablam.
Yeah. Kablam. Kablam. Amazing. That is great. Okay. Look at that. There it is. Copy link. I'm now a fully fledged artist. That's great. Right. Should we go back to home screen? Do you want to take over and let's have a look at challenge 2?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Hey, we got Westwood Year 6 as well. We got Birch class are joining us as well. Great to be here. It's great to have you here, guys.
Exactly. Get your Kenty on. That is just amazing. Get it on.
Right. I'll get my screen up then. Okay. There it is. So let's go back to the Adobe Express homepage and let's have a look at our second challenge. So for the second challenge, you're really going to need the challenge page because we are going to be copying and pasting some information about the incredible Mansa Musa.
I really want to see those fingers.
Really want to see those things. So Mansa Musa, the richest man that ever lived. So here we go. Let's make an infographic about Mansa Musa. Right. So on Express, I'm going to make my infographic on a standard poster-sized canvas. So for that, that's all I need to do is click on the green Create a Graphic button on my desktop.
Is that automatically default to the poster size? I've never actually thought about that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, right. No, that's good.
Yeah, that's precisely. Right, so because I always do this, the first thing I can do is name this as Mansa Musa infographic. There we go. Mansa Musa infographic. Right then. Now, first thing you want to do is, again, let's think about our colors. Let's think about the Black History Month colors, which are black, yellow, green, red. So start thinking about kind of consistency of your design. Do you want to set one of those as your background color? Maybe you do. I mean, you could even use your Kenty cloth as your background to your infographic if you feel like it. You could.
That's an interesting idea.
Maybe I will do that, but do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to want it really lightly. So I'll just start off with a plain background color to begin with, just a black background. You know that you've got more colors there if you don't want a black background. You've got all the colors there. I'm going to set it as a black background. And do you know what? Let's bring in that Kenty cloth, seeing as we had so much fun making it. So I just want this fine. So I'm going to go to my Kenty cloth and I only want the final page, right? Where my finished design is. So I don't need these first two. I'm going to untick those, and I'm going to bring it in as an image. Okay, cool. There we go. And now I'm just going to fill up my page background with it. But this is the important bit. I'm going to bring the opacity right down so that it's just a suggestion of that pattern.
Oh, cool. Look at that. I can see it.
Right, because we got a lot of info to get on this. So you can't have it like this. Otherwise, nobody will be able to read anything. So you could do that. You just want it to be just this kind of hint of texture. Right, let's jump over to the iPad and get set up over there.
Okay, cool. Well, I just pressed the green create a graphic. It gets through to here. I'll rename. Come on. Let's go. Select all, and I go Mansa Musa. Okay, Mansa Musa. There we go. And then what I'll do is, I don't think I'll use the Kenzie cloth on mine.
Yeah, no, you don't need to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think I'll just go for a black background, actually.
Yeah,
just
cool.
go for a black background.
Yeah. Okay, right. So now then, we're going to learn about Mansa Musa, who was the emperor of the Mali Empire. So the Mali Empire, the country Mali still exists. It's still there. If you look at a map of Africa, it's still there. The Mali Empire, which lasted from about 1200 to 1700, was way bigger than the country of Mali right now. Okay, so let's get a map of Africa up here. So let's click on elements on the left-hand side. And up at the top, let's just go over to icons. And I'm going to search for Africa. And we want a map of the continent. Remember now, guys, Africa isn't a country. Africa is one of the continents of the world. So that's Africa there. I don't want just an outline. I don't think I want a solid kind of filled in map of the continent of Africa. So that's one. But if you scroll down, there's a few options. This is kind of a simplified one, which I quite like. It's kind of like a woodcut version.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
good, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, and then if you scroll down, there's another one here. So you've got some options. So choose one of the continent maps that works for you. You could go for one of those outline ones, but I think it's going to be better if we go for a kind of fill-in one. So I'll grab this one. There we go. Now, once I've got my my continent map, I'm going to set that to one of my Black History Month colors. Okay, so again, I'm not going to use black because my background is black. But we do have, I could go for green, I could go for red, I could go for yellow. And maybe you should audition every one of these colors and decide which one is going to work best for you. I think I'm going to go with
I like that green, actually. That's good.
Yeah. Now then, this is pretty important, and we're going to use this to build up our infographics. So let's just make that nice and central and be in the star of the show of my infographic. Bang center. Right, back to you on the iPad, Dominic.
Okay, so let's go for elements. I put Africa map in. I went to icons. I think I will also choose this one. It's got a bit more detail. Comes in white. Stretch it out. Center it up. Yeah, there is good. And then fill color. I think I'm going to go for like an earthy red. I think that'd be cool. Yeah,
cool.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. Right.
Okay. Okay. So we need to point out where the Empire of Mali was. So now then, if you look at your map, okay, so West Africa is this bit in the top left-hand side. So this is West Africa. And the Empire of Mali had a coastline right on this top left bit, but it didn't get down to this bit of the coastline. So it kind of came over nearly halfway across the continent, not quite, but nearly halfway across the continent in a kind of big, kind of oval shape around here. Okay. So what we're going to do is in the elements, I'm going to search in icons. Now I'm not searching in shapes. I'm going to search in icons for oval.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking, like when you highlight something with a pen,
Yeah, exactly. Because
is that what
if
you're
you
looking for?
exactly, yeah, something like this. Because if you search for oval in the shapes, you're going to get a perfect oval. Well, I want something that
Mm,
looks a bit more of a kind of scribbled shape, perhaps. Okay,
mm, mm.
so we just want to kind of pick an oval, anyone you like. I quite like this one. This one's kind of got a hint of handwrittenness about it.
Yeah,
You see, there's tons of options here. So choose
yeah.
one that you like, that kind of highlights. Oh, these are great. Yeah, I'm going to grab this one. There we go. Okay, that's the one I like. And then set that to, again, one of the colors that you'd like to use. So again, I'm sticking to the Black History Month theme colors. So maybe I'll go for the red for this one. And now I'm just going to pop that oval kind of, I mean, my oval's a bit faint, perhaps. It's a bit too faint, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. So do you know what I'm going to do? Just as a hack, I'm going to duplicate it and
Oh,
flip
flip it, flip it, flip it. Yeah,
that. Kind of fill in the ink on that bottom bit. Yeah, like that.
yeah.
There we go. Okay, so that's kind of the area. That's where the Empire of Mali was. Okay, it was a massive area. It was over 500,000 square miles in size. It's huge. It's the biggest empire.
500,000 square miles.
Yeah, biggest empire ever in
Wow.
Africa. Yeah, in West Africa. Right. So there we go. I've pointed that out. Let's just pop over to Dom, who's going to get that shape set up for us.
Yes. So I was looking all over the place, and Jones had nailed it. Go into element. Let's get all of this out so you can see how it works. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do search all really. Let's go again. You go to search all and put in oval. Yeah, I mean the design asset ones, I like them. You could go either way really. I'll put mine in there. It looks a bit small like that. So I'm going to pop it there. Roughly, we're saying it's around about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the shape. So because it's that design element, so you can do the icon ones. In fact, they're probably better because you can actually change the shape. But if you do use the design assets, you have to go to effects, and that's where you can choose the one you need. Or you can do custom. So I could do. I go to more colors and go to a sort of bit of a vibrant green. Yeah, that's great.
That's
And
great.
then maybe we could do the highlights like that as well. I'm not even sure it matters because I'm not sure there are any highlights in it. They're just both the same. But that's cool. There we go.
Yeah, great. Okay. So that's our first fact kind of pointed out. So we need to talk about that. So there we go. We'll bring the text in a little bit. Okay, let's just kind of point out our facts first of all, though. So the next one is that Mansa Musa is still the richest man who has ever lived. Historians estimate that Mansa Musa
Crazy.
in modern currency was worth around just $400 billion. $400 billion. $400 billion. That's more than twice as wealthy as Amazon's Jeff Bezos, who is the richest person alive today. And most of Mansa Musa's wealth came from gold and salt. Now then,
used to be very, very expensive, did it not?
Yeah, salt in the ancient world was a big deal. It was a rare commodity that people wanted to get their hands on. In fact, the Roman Empire used to pay their soldiers partly in salt and partly in money.
Whoa.
That's where the word
phenomenal.
salary comes from, because sal means salt.
No way.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That is an incredible fact.
There we go. There we go. So how are we just dropping knowledge today, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So let's now then we need to save some space for some other stuff. Okay. So there's one area of our map that we need to keep some room, and that's for the third one, because Mansa Musa went on a pilgrimage to Mecca. Okay. Now Mecca is not in Africa, it's in the Middle East, and it is kind of here. Okay. So if you look at your map of Africa, it's kind of got this in the top right-hand corner, it's got this kind of notch out of it. It's in there. Okay. So Egypt is right here in the top right-hand corner, and he crossed across from Egypt into the Middle East, and Mecca is just kind of around there. So I need to keep this space empty for my Mecca fact. So where am I going to do my he's the richest guy ever fact? Maybe down here in the bottom right, or maybe in the bottom left. Either of those will work fine. Right. So how are we going to show that he's really rich? You could put in money. You put money in there. Okay, you could do that. You know, maybe he kept it all in a nice little purse like that.
A clutch bag.
Yes. Or you could put you could put salt. You could put salt in.
Yeah.
Or you could put gold.
Yeah, you could do all of them.
Yeah, or you could put crown, you know, because I'm sure his crown was made of gold.
Yeah.
So you could bring in a crown. Or you could maybe just search for something like treasure and get a treasure chest. That's a
good
one.
idea.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to bring it. Oh, you got some jewels there. They're good. I'm going to bring in one of these treasure chests, I think. I'm going to pop that in. And again, I just need to kind of choose a color which tones with my design. Maybe I'll stick to the red, or I could, yeah, I'm going to stick with the red there, I think. And then I'm going to add another icon in, okay, as we go in. So remember where Mecca was? So if you look at the third fact, Mansa Musa went on a pilgrimage to Mecca. So Mecca is kind of the most important place for people of the Muslim faith. So he's a devout Muslim. He went, and this was a thousands of miles, this pilgrimage, traveling to Mecca. So he traveled thousands of miles across treacherous terrain with 60,000 people, 21,000 kilograms of gold. It's a lot of gold. 100 elephants, 100 elephants and 80 camels. Okay, so
I mean, you better get duplicating.
Yes,
you got a lot of work to do here.
So, I mean, you could search in, if you search in icons for Mecca, there's double C in Mecca. There we go. There's actually images in there. Okay, that's the that's the black stone.
There's one in yeah, there's one of like I got a different one, I think.
Yeah, so there's loads of stuff here for Mecca.
I got like a temple at the top, I think.
Yeah, or you could put in gold again, or you could put in a camel, or do you know what? I'm going to put in an elephant. Grab an elephant. So basically, you want to kind of pop whatever you're going to get into this notch that's out of the top right-hand side of Africa. So I'm going to just pop my elephant in there, and do you know what? I'm going to do something like this, and then I'm going to pop the elephant behind Africa. There we go. So I've just got kind of an elephant traveling out of Africa to Mecca, like that, something like that.
Oh, cool.
Something like that.
That's great.
The final thing we need an icon for, and then we can start getting serious with our text, is the final fact, which is that Mansa Musa, he established a revolutionary center of learning in the city of Timbuktu. So Timbuktu still stands. It's still, there's like 60,000 people living there. But back in Mansa Musa's time, he basically decided that he was going to build a load of madrasas. So they were like schools and universities, libraries, archives, mosques, and kind of make it a center of learning and intelligence. So we want to show Timbuktu on the map. Now, do you remember our circle pointing out the empire itself? Mm-hmm. So Timbuktu is roughly halfway up that oval and all the way over on the right-hand side. Okay, see this kind of notch, this notch out of Africa here. It's kind of in line with that coast that comes down. Okay, so it's about there. So how are we gonna point out where Timbuktu is? So you could put in a pin. So you could put one of these kind of locator pins in, like those push pins on a map. Those are cool.
Yes, true.
Or you could search for library like that. Okay, try and find maybe a library. Or you could search for a mosque, MOSQUE. That first one's really cool. I like that. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to pop that into that kind of area of the oval. Okay, so all the way over on the right-hand side, about halfway down the oval. Right, let's have a look at Dom's screen then and see how you're getting on with your icons and your images.
Yeah, nice. So I've got some of my riches down in the corner there. I just searched for treasure, and then I got 3 different types and gave them 3 different colors. That's good. I'm searching now in icons for Mecca. There is one with like there was one with yeah, like this one, like the sort of landmark one, and it's
cool,
got the it's got the Muslim symbol in there. I'm not entirely sure what color I should do, but that one seems okay, and I'll pop that in there just to say, well, it's actually out of Africa, but he's on the way there. And then maybe I can do things like I'll do like elephant. Was it elephant? It was elephant and camel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll put an elephant in there. I'll also put camel. Yeah, something like that. Oh, it's gone in as red. That's no good, is it? I can't even see it. So let me change the color of that one. I mean, that one can be an orange. That would be normal for a camel. The elephant. Actually, I was going to say make it stay that color, but it's the same as the landmark. So maybe I'll make it grey. That's fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, and then I can slide that one over there. Make it a bit smaller. And then also, I'd like, what shall I search for? Maybe like shepherd or something like that. It's like 60,000 people went, didn't they?
Yeah, that's a lot of folks. Yeah.
That's a lot of folk in it. So I don't know, like maybe I just search for man. Let's see what I get. Yeah, someone. There you go. Yeah, pop those in there. And then I'll change the color of those to green, I think. There we go. And then we're down. We're all good. Right. Okay. And then I've still got to do Timbuktu.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Timbuktu. So yeah, maybe that's gonna be like maybe like place mark. Is that what you call it?
Oh, you could search. Yeah, so you could search scrolls, I suppose, as well, because they had a lot of scrolls there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, if it's a place of learning, I wonder if you put like university, something like that. I wonder what that's going to bring up. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, that could be cool. Actually, one with a little flag at the top. Why not? It's gone in as red, which is not useful at all. So let's make that into one of our colors, which is orange. Maybe that's a bit too close to the camel. But anyway, that'll do. Around about there, we need to just pop it where Mr. Jones said, which is roughly around about there. Something like that.
Cool.
Looking good?
Looking great. I love it. Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's time to start getting our facts in. We've got over 4 different images now. We've got the Empire, Timbuktu, the pilgrimage to Mecca, and then how rich this geezer was. So let's get some text in.
Geezer.
He's loud.
He's super rich, this geezer.
He's super rich. So I'm going to click on text on the left-hand side and then add your text at the top. Okay. And let's go over and grab the first fact. So here we go. Copy that. So drag over it. Control-C will copy the text. Back over to Express. Control-V will paste that text. And it's going to be gigantic and difficult to read because it's in black. So let's just bring the size down first of all so that it's not so unmanageable. Right. Now then, I think we're going to need shapes here, okay? Because there's a lot of images going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a shape to the background of this text box. So I'm going to scroll down on the left-hand side, click on shape, and it gives me that first of all. So you can then just kind of click through the different shape options. A lot of them will be fine, but some of them definitely won't be. I'd avoid the ones that don't actually go behind the text because it kind of defeats the object of having the shape in this design.
Yeah.
I definitely avoid the one that just fills the whole page. Fills it top to bottom, fills it left to right. I do like those, but not in this project. So just pick one that you find that works with your design. Okay, and that doesn't take too much space. Now, I'm going to change the color of this fill shape. So I'm going to click on that again to open up the settings. And I'm going to, even though that is kind of nearly a yellow, I'm going to change it to that yellow that I used. Here we go. This kind of colors of Africa yellow. Yeah, cool. Right. So there's my first one. Now then, I tell you what I hate, what I really, really hate is that font. So let's back out to the shape and let's drop down our recommended fonts. And I'm just going to go to view all. And now then, here's a little hack for you guys. Scroll super quickly through and show more. So scroll through the fonts. Now then, which one of those grabs you? Which one of them grabs you as being clear and easy to read when you're scrolling pretty quick? And do you know what? Every time I pass this one, it does grab me as being nice and clear. So if you can kind of, if it grabs your attention when you're scrolling, it's going to be nice and clear when you use it on your design. Right. Now then, remember we're going to need 4 of these. So think about how much text, how much room that's going to take on your design. So there's my first one there. That's fine. Something like this. Yeah, great. Okay, now then. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. 3 dots, duplicate. 3 dots, duplicate. And then we'll pass over to Dom because that's all I'll have to do then is go back and forth from the challenge page, copying and pasting the text. Now, just be careful. I'm sure you agree that right now, the map is so hidden that you can't really see that this is a map of Africa anymore. Okay.
Okay.
So you do need to kind of think about, right, where am I going to pop these text boxes so that they don't hide the map too much? It's fine to overlap it a bit. So, you know, something like that. So maybe have one right on the middle of the map and then have another one, you know, out in the sea. So there we go. So don't hide your map too much. It needs to be obvious straight away. Oh, that's a map of Africa. Right. I'm going to pass back to Dom because that's all I'm going to do whilst Dom's doing the same steps is I'm going to copy and paste the text into each text box. Okay, Dom, we're on.
Okay. Nice. So I copied that first bit of text. The shape I chose was, you know, this, it's like a flag, I suppose, or a banner. I thought that one worked quite nicely. And then I selected a text which I thought kind of looked sort of ancient, that kind of thing. So I'm going to tap that first one. I'm going to duplicate. This one can be for, see, this is where I might start getting a bit tricky for me, you see. You know, maybe that one's going to be for Timbuktu. I don't know. Let me get my 4th piece of text because I know that is one that I can do. Well, no, this was Stitch, the richest man that ever lived. Maybe that one goes down the bottom. Right. Sorry. Let me go back here. Second one here. Grab it. Copy it. Go back. And then in this second one here, if I just tap and then I can select all of that text. Tap it. Oh. Hang on a minute. Come on. You can do it. And then do the 3 dots and I can paste. Yeah. Allow paste. There we go. That worked. Right. So that one, looking for that to be in a box like there. That's good. Bring that down. And now it's overlapping the diamond. So maybe the diamond needs to move. Move out of the way, diamond. And maybe it just needs to go up slightly. There we go. That'll do. That's fine. And then, yeah, just like Moretta said, tap it and duplicate it. So this one can be maybe down here for Mecca. So then I need to go back to my project here. Copy. There we go. 80 camels. It took 21,000 kilograms of gold.
That's a lot of gold, right?
That's mine just, I think my Express just spat at his dummy at the fact that it was going to do 21,000 things of gold.
I'm not duplicating that.
You must be joking. And then you can paste that in there. Allow paste. Oh, that's not worked how I wanted it to work. Select that and just bin it. Need to go in, tap in that text, get it up to the top. And then when it's highlighted, I should be able to paste that. Yeah, nice. That's worked out nice. And then maybe I could stretch that out. That's fine. That's cool. So that one goes in there. Maybe just a little bit lower so that I've still got some space for Timbuktu. Oh, there we go. Let's just bring that down. So yeah, I'm sort of running out of space here, I suppose. But yeah, I'll have a play around with this as well. Do you want to take it back while I go mess around with this?
Yeah, and you don't have to include all 4 pieces of text as well. You could just point out 3 of these facts. Yeah. Okay, so
and also you don't have to do all the text, do you? You can cut down the text big time.
Yeah, definitely. You could try and paraphrase it. Yeah, cut it down, explain it in 1 sentence. Right. So I've got my images, got my text boxes. So all I think I need to do now is kind of use arrows to link them together. Now, I like this yellow color that I've got as my shape background. So what I'm going to do is use an arrow in exactly the same color so that it looks kind of like the arrow is joined to the box. So I'm going to go into icons and I'm going to search for arrow. And you'll find loads. There's over 6,500 different types of arrows in here. So maybe you could put hand drawn in, maybe arrow hand. There we go. I get these kind of hand drawn looking ones. And some that look like hands, which is not what I wanted. So choose an arrow that works for the kind of design you've got. I quite like this one, actually. I haven't seen this one before. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to change the color of this arrow to the same color as the back of my shape. So the shape that's on my text box. There we go. And now, you can kind of pop those arrows overlapping. Now, you remember that you've got the flip vertical, flip horizontal buttons. We used those when we were making our Kente cloth. So, what makes most sense? Well, that kind of makes sense for me to have the mecha arrow pointing like that. Now, one thing you notice is that maybe the tail of your arrow is actually hiding like that. It's hiding some text in your text box. So make sure that your text boxes are right in the front, basically. So just bring your text boxes all the way to the top of your layer stack, and then that'll be sorted. Right. Duplicate my arrow. Right. And then this is going to be Timbuktu. So let's just point out Timbuktu is there. There we go. And again, you see the tail of the arrow is hiding some text. Yeah. So I'm just going to click on my text box, drag the text box to the top. Okay, duplicate my arrow again then. Duplicate. So this time I think I need to flip it. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to flip it. There we go. So this is talking about the actual empire itself. Something like that. Again, bring that text box to the top just in case the tail of the arrow is hiding something. And let's just get my final one. There we go. And then there's the treasure. By having the arrow in exactly the same color as the shape behind your text, it really looks like you kind of handmade these call outs, which are really cool. Right, so I'm going to click on that, drag that text box to the front. Right, our images and text are pretty much done. The only thing we haven't got is a title, because the name Musa definitely needs to be nice and obvious. So let's bring in a new text box. I'm going to click on text on the left-hand side. We've got Green Meadow Primary School are loving this live lesson. Thank you, Miss Bird. Thanks a lot. It's very kind of you. Thanks very much.
Yes.
So we're going to add some text, and we're going to type in Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa. There we go. Again, this font is upsetting for me. I don't enjoy it at all. So before I change the font,
he's a font connoisseur.
Before I change the font, I'm going to change the color of this. I'm going to go to that yellow again, I think. It seems to be kind of a good highlight color that I've got on this design. And I'm actually going to put it down there where I want it to be. And the reason I'm doing that is that by doing that, when we go into recommended fonts now, it's actually going to be more meaningful. It's actually going to show me that text box in its place. Go to view more. And again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to show more. And I'm just going to quickly scroll through these, like a super quick audition for these fonts. And just see, right, does one of these grab me as a really good kind of title font?
You love being grabbed by fonts, don't you?
I do. I do. I just want. Is it too much to ask? I just want a font to grab me. That's all it is. So I'm gonna choose this font here. That's nice and clear. Sometimes you'll find when you've chosen a font that you can go into the font family and choose maybe a different one. Okay, so I've got bold italic there. Maybe I'll just go for bold. No, I quite like that, a bold italic actually. Yeah, stick to that. Right, now then, finally, I'm gonna kind of echo these colors again. So let's put an outline on this text. Okay, so with my text box selected, I'm gonna drag my outline thickness all the way up, and I'm gonna use one of my Black History Month color palette. So I'm gonna go to more colors, and what should I go for? I'll go for the red, I think. There we go. And then I'm also going to add a shadow. And the shadow is going to be in my final Black History Month color, which is my green. There we go. And you can go through the different types of shadows. I think I'll go with that. Yeah, that strong shadow. All right. And there we have it. Now then, I'm done. Now, I suppose one of the final things you could do is, remember the first thing we did was we put our Kenti cloth in there and I brought the opacity down. If you've done that, you could, right at the end, see how much you can bring it back up. Now, that is definitely too much, right? At 100%. Where's Africa gone? But you want to kind of see at which point at which point does it break, you know?
I reckon around your 35, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about there is about perfect.
Yeah, so very nice.
There's my infographic done. Should we pass over to you, Dom?
Yeah, I'll finish it. I'll take this bad boy home. Yeah, so done all my things, done all my boxes, got all my arrows in there. Happy with that. Mr. Jones did his Mansa Musa at the bottom. I'm going to do mine at the top. So add my text, Mansa Musa. I'm not worried about the capitals because I'm going to go to text layouts. I'm going to do this a dynamic. Dynamic's always the best.
Of course he is.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course I'm going to do it.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. And then, of course he is. Let's get that right in there. That's saying it's censored. It's not censored at all. What the blazes? And then maybe I'll bring it out a bit. So yeah, so I actually absolutely do not like this font whatsoever.
No, we're unhappy with this font. Yeah,
we're unhappy with that font. So I'm going to go through. Little tip for you: what you want to do is you want to scroll through and see if one grabs you.
All right? You just want to be grabbed by a font.
I just want to be grabbed by a font. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Monster. Oh, that one's quite good.
Oh yeah,
that feels ancienty.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of
ancienty.
It's got a bit of an ancienty flavor.
Ancientish.
And and then we could go for a shadow. Maybe a strong shadow, and the color should be maybe within one of our sort of Kenti ones. That's not looking very strong, is it? Classic. No, that's not very good. Strong, custom, blur, angle, distance. No, I'm not enjoying that. Yep. It's not doing anything for me whatsoever. What else would it do, Mr. Close?
Well, you could put an outline on it.
Whoa. I could put I could put an outline on it. I could put an outline on it. That's true.
That shape looks good as well. I like the shape on it.
The shape like that?
Yeah, I thought that was cool. You could even use that same banner shape that you got for your text, I suppose.
Could do. Oh, bringing that down. I like that. That works well. And then come out the shape, go to the outline, maybe go to custom, and maybe we'll find like a deep red, something like that. But I'm thinking maybe the backline to the shape color needs to be slightly more impactful. So maybe it needs to be more like the orange, I think, something like that. All righty, look at that. Hello. Bang on time. Lovely. Bang on time. Done that. Download it by clicking up there. There it is. And then you can also press share. You can share it with your friends. You can invite people to collaborate on it. You can send it to your teacher, etc., by doing that view only link. Nice. What have we got on next week, Mr. Musa?
Well, look at this. There's so much stuff coming up next week. It's nearly up to our chins on the screen. Look. So we got this week. Let's not rush forward. We got lots going on this week. We got National Poetry Day live lesson tomorrow.
Yes, get on that. Get on it.
That is at 10:30, and it's also, again, if you're not available tomorrow, we're doing it live on Thursday as well. So get signed up for National Poetry Day either tomorrow or Thursday. Then next week is Ram Jam with good stuff. We have got Tuesday, we got an ACE level 1 training. So any school staff that would like to join us for some live training, virtual training after school to get a level 1 certificate and digital badge, then get signed up. I'll pop the links up on the screen in a little bit. And then Wednesday, next Wednesday, so week tomorrow is
that's a big one.
Mental Health Day. That's always really popular. We'll have loads of schools on there. It's going to be loads of fun, loads of comments. Then Thursday, we're running the Mental Health Day session again. Okay, if you can't make Wednesday, come along on Thursday. And then Friday, this is one for the Welsh schools. Well, everybody's welcome, but it's got the Welsh schools in mind. It is T.Q. Jones Day. Yeah, so T.Q. Jones is a well-known children's author from Wales who wrote amazing stories about pirates and highwaymen and smugglers and that kind of thing. So we're going to have some nice, fun, creative activities for Friday, for TK Jones Day. Now, to come along to any of those sessions, you need to register. So to come along to the live lessons, teachers just go to bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. That's bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. And if you'd like to come along to that ACE level 1 training that we've got, then just go along to bit.ly/ACE interested. That's for any school staff at all. Okay? And remember to tag us if you're posting anything online, because we really want to see your Kenty cloths.
Nice. Good job, Mr. Jones. That was a cracker. He absolutely nailed that, and we thank him for it. Right, everyone. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Cheers, Don.